Okay, fingers crossed that this works. Our internet is going in and out and it's super annoying. I think we are, well, no, it's like 73 degrees and sunny outside. So I'm not sure why it's going in and out. We did have storms yesterday, so maybe that's why. Hey, Kimberly. I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to hop on real quick. Let me make sure we are hooked up. I think we are. If you can hear me okay, drop me a 1 down in the comments, please. Just want to make sure that I'm actually live and I'm not lagging too bad. So if you don't mind, just drop me a 1 if you can hear me. Okay. I think we're good, guys. We're going to get started. I hope everyone can hear me. It has been one of those like frustrating even getting to get on the live. So hopefully this works okay. Okay. So per normal, we are going to jump on and just do 3 different writing prompts. So if you want to grab a pen and paper, if you guys are watching and you are on the team and you want to give me feedback in the chat, because this does not seem to be running as smoothly as it normally does. Okay, I think we're good. All right, we're just going to go with it. Y'all can all watch the replay if this one cuts in and out too bad, so that is okay. So go ahead and grab a pen and paper. And then the first thing I want you to write down is, what kind of words do you speak most often? Thank you, Kim. What kind of words do you speak most often? So the categories I've broken down, and if you have any to add, you're welcome to add. But do me a favor, when you hear ones that speak to you, drop down in the comments, because I guarantee some of the negative ones I have personally, they've stuck out to me and I've had to recorrect that. So do you speak a lot of negativity, a lot of cynical words, doubtful words, complaining, degrading, gossiping? Then on the flip side, do you speak a lot of positive words, a lot of uplifting words, grateful words, words of praise, words of belief? What do you speak most often? And I'm not asking you what you wished you spoke. I'm asking in reality, what do you actually speak? So when you're just talking in everyday conversation, what do you naturally gravitate toward? Do you naturally gravitate toward complaining? Does anytime anything new pop up, your natural reaction is to complain about it? Does anytime somebody else achieves something good, your natural reaction is to gossip about that person, or to say, oh, well, she did that because she only has this many kids and I have 5. Or she did that, well, it's because she is a size 4 and looks good in a bikini and I'm overweight. So that's why she's successful in this. Or are you naturally uplifting of somebody? When somebody gets something good, is your natural reaction to brag on them and tell people, oh, you know what? I knew she would, because she is such a hard worker. She is on those 6 o'clock leadership Zooms every single morning. I knew she'd be getting Ruby soon. So what is your natural reaction? Hi, April. What is your natural reaction? My Wi-Fi isn't good. Julie, mine's not either. So I may have, most people might have to watch the replay. If y'all can still hear me, drop a 2 in the comments. I think we're good, but it is definitely going in and out on my end. So I don't know what it's like on y'all's end. So what kind of words are you speaking? And I'm not just talking about to other people. What do you speak to yourself? As soon as one of those bonuses are announced, are you automatically telling yourself, oh, well, that's great for a lot of people, but I'll never hit that? As soon as something positive happens, do you automatically think, well, when is the other shoe going to drop? Because the negative always follows the positive. So what words do you speak consistently? Second thing I want you to write down is, what are you feeding your heart and your mind? Because the words that come out of your mouth, they have to start somewhere. The Bible talks about out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Your words don't just come out of thin air. They are coming because you're conditioning them. You're conditioning your heart. You're conditioning your mind. So what are you consistently putting into your mind? Are you listening to uplifting podcasts? Are you listening to self-development, listening and reading like self-help and leadership books? Are you listening to uplifting music? Guys, did you know your music can make you negative? It's crazy, right? But just listen to the radio. Half the songs on the radio, probably more than half, are not talking about positive and uplifting things. I can tell you I'm a huge country junkie. Majority of country songs I fast forward right through, or I fast forward because they're Pandora. Like, I don't listen to the regular radio. I know you can't fast forward that. But I am a millennial, guys. Like, my version of the radio is Pandora. But any song that's going to come on talking about scratching your ex's car or cheating on your spouse or I am sitting on my couch drinking with my dog because I have no friends. Like, I don't know. I just made that one up. But again, and that's not just country. Like, so many genres are filled with such crappy music. What are you watching? Are you watching a bunch of drama TV? Guess what drama TV is going to bring into your real life? Drama, because you think that's normal. You think it's normal to have a life full of drama because that's what the TV shows are telling you. I'm going to step on a lot of people's toes. I'm stepping on my own toes today because I love me some drama TV. However, do you want your life to be like that? Then you probably shouldn't fill your head with that nonsense 24/7. Same with so many funny comedy videos and spoofs and YouTube videos and whatever have a negative connotation to them. They're making fun of somebody. They're making fun of themselves. They're normalizing bad behavior. Anything like that you're consistently putting into your mind, that's going to come out in your real life. The news. Are you consistently listening to the news, guys? All it is negativity. Half of it's not even true. So you do have to be very careful with what you are putting into your mind and into your heart if you're wanting good things to come out, because what you put in is what you're going to get back out eventually. And then the third thing I want you to do is I just want you to write down a list of 10 affirmations. So if at the top you said that you talked a lot of cynical talk, meaning that you were critical of others or critical of yourself, either one, I want you to write statements like, I am strong, I am beautiful, I attract positive people, I am confident in my own skin, I am loving, I am kind, I am uplifting, whatever the opposite of what you wrote. If you wrote down, I'm doubtful. Okay, so a lot of you guys, you're on my team. So you do this little advertising gig with me. Some of you have made it to full-time income. Some of you are still working toward it. Some of you, you have it in your mind that I can do it. A lot of other friends on our team can do it, but you can't do it. So you're going to write down words like, I am Ambassador Diamond. I am bringing in $5,000 a month. I am bringing in $2,000 a month. I am consistently helping people be able to be home with their kids. I am consistently helping people to pay their mortgage from Facebook. Okay, whatever it is that you struggle with, belief in yourself, you're going to write down those statements. If you're constantly complaining, guys, this is a hard one to swallow. I definitely fit in this category for a long time. You're going to write down things like, I am loved. I love my life. I am grateful for my job. Even if it's a job you're not employed in right now because of Corona. Okay, you've still got a job you're going back to. I am grateful for unemployment checks. I am grateful for, what is it called, stimulus check? Guys, I don't care if we have to pay it back. Now, for my family, we're not counting on the stimulus check. We may or may not get one. We're still running numbers, but we are not counting on it to pay our bills. But if I was counting on it to pay my bills, I would not be complaining that I had to pay it back later, because at least I'm not going to be evicted from my house and my car isn't going to be repoed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can always find something to complain about, but on the flip side, you can always find something to be grateful about. So those are the 3 prompts. And the reason that this kind of jumped out at me today, I know it's a shorter one, but I think that it is a very powerful one. And I'm glad it looks like the Wi-Fi is finally working. There's a few of you on here. And I see a bunch of comments. So hopefully that means it's working. I was reading in Matthew 12:33. And it was talking about a tree is known by its fruit, just like a man is known by his words. When people think of you, when your name pops into their head, so I see Taylor Latham. I don't know you, but I see you on here. When your name pops into people's heads, what is the first thing that they think of? Do they think, oh, she's so positive, she's so upbeat? Do they think, man, she's a complainer? Do they think, man, she's lazy? Again, I don't know you. I'm not saying anything against you. I'm seeing your name and I'm asking you the question. Sarah Fenton, same thing. When people hear your name, what do they automatically think of? Because every one of us, we have things attached to our names, regardless if we like it or not, of the way that people know us. And the way that people know us are by the words that we speak and the actions that we do. Literally, it's as simple as that. So, again, the Bible talks about out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Again, guys, you can only fake it so long. What is in your heart and what is in your head is going to come out. So when I first started doing this advertising gig, everyone told me your biggest thing besides consistency is you need to be positive. So I interpreted that as I need to act positive. Meaning I kind of faked it till I made it and I tried to be positive about everything. That's what I thought that they were saying. So I would fake being positive. But guess what? You can only fake it so long before the genuine you comes out, right? So what they were really saying is I needed to be positive. Being positive and acting positive are not the same thing. Being is something that I actually am. Acting is something that I'm doing and purposely faking. So the only way you can really be a positive person and be a grateful person and be somebody who uplifts others is by changing what you're putting in your head and what you're putting in your heart. Because if you're not changing anything and you're just trying to put on an act, it's not going to stay for very long. A good way to see if you're doing this right is actually two different things. The first one is ask 2 or 3 people closest to you. This could be a husband if you don't mind them telling you the truth, or if you think they would tell you the truth. Depends on the relationship you have with your husband. My husband, tell me the truth. You can ask him, say, hey, when you think of 3 words to describe me, and I would give him the list of the words we just went over, which 3 reflect or a true reflection of me on an everyday life? Chances are at least one of them is going to be one that you don't like. So you have to be open enough to take that constructive criticism that you're asking about. And if you don't know how to take constructive criticism, go watch the video I just did on Saturday. Just talked about constructive criticism. Another way is how you act in public. Yes, you might be positive. How do you act at home when you get really frustrated or really irritated? Or when your kid is driving you bat crap crazy because they will not shut up and your Wi-Fi is going out and you can't get on a live video. True story, happened to me 20 minutes ago. Couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work. Knew I had this live coming up and I told everyone I was going to come on and do this with you guys. And my kid was running around in a circle singing whatever she was singing. And what I wanted to was scream and say, just everybody shut up. Like right now, I need to focus on this. I didn't have the best attitude, I don't think, but I had a much better attitude than I would have 2 years ago had I not recognized and started working on some of this stuff. So, and then another thing is some of you, all you have to do is go to your Facebook page and you see real quick all of your characters that aren't great. Okay, people talk about your Facebook is your highlight. I don't believe that for 99% of people. You can go to your Facebook and transparency is clear. When people are complaining, trash talking the president, trash talking all the leaders that we have, trash talking the cops, trash talking baby daddies, whatever. Like it's so much negativity on Facebook. That is the person's true character. And it's coming through for the world to see, regardless if they want it to or not. So again, when we talk about words, what are the words that come out of your mouth most often? Because that is the reflection of your true self. And I'm talking about most often when you're not thinking and you're not crafting the words that are coming out. And like I said, the way that we make our hearts so full and make our minds so full that our words spill out of us is by feeding it. So you really have to be careful with what you're feeding your mind. And we already talked about that, but legitimately, if you change your words, you'll change your behavior, which will change your life. And again, it's just as important the words we say to ourselves as it is the words that we're saying to other people. If we are self-doubting all the time and self-hating and self-pitying 24/7, that's just as toxic as sitting around and gossiping about other people to our friends. And then the third thing was the affirmations. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I've had so many Christians tell me this, especially when I was teaching this to a group of teenagers, that they feel like saying affirmations like that daily is selfish. So I am just going to give you my opinion on that. And that is, if you don't love yourself, you're never going to love other people. If you're not grateful for what you have and you're consistently saying that you're grateful, you're not going to be able to teach your kids to be grateful. So anything that we're wanting to teach or convey to other people, we first have to teach ourselves, which affirmations are a huge, huge part of that. Just in self-belief and just belief in general, gratefulness, working towards goals, that kind of stuff. So I want to kind of leave you guys with a couple thoughts. And like I said, I know that this was a short one, but I felt like it was very, that's not a word, very pointed, I think. So you can say you have certain priorities. For example, you can say your business is a priority to you right now, but last night when the money call was happening, you were watching Netflix because your business is not that much of a priority. You can say your mental health is a priority to you, but when your alarm went off this morning to get up and journal, you hit snooze 12 times and you went back to bed because your mental health is not that much of a priority to you. You can say your kid's spiritual growth is a priority to you, but when it's time to do the spiritual stuff, like the daily devotions and memorizing Bible with your kids, you don't have time because you're too busy having them in every sports event that you can possibly sign them up in. Their spiritual growth, not a priority to you. Sports is a priority to you. You can say you want to focus on your health, but during this quarantine time, you're not working out, you're not eating healthy at all because it's not convenient. Okay? And I'm talking to myself on that one because it has been the longest week and a half of my life, I think. I hate not being able to go to the gym. I don't want to work out in front of my husband because it's weird. Like the at-home workouts, I don't like doing them in front of him unless he's working out with me, which he won't do at-home workouts. So I don't do it in front of him, and he randomly will get home. Random times. Like today, I literally was turning on the TV to do my workout, and he walked in the door. I was like, nope, off. I'm not doing that in front of him. And that's my excuse. The same with not eating healthy. How easy is it to binge? Because we feel like we're on vacation, but like almost a punishment vacation. Like we're almost grounded. We just want to eat the whole time we're here. We all know people who say one thing, but then they don't fall in line, their actions with their words. Their priorities clearly are not what they say they are, but they feel like they have to say one thing to kind of save face with everybody. But in their heart, that's not what their priority is. So I would just challenge you to make sure that the words you're saying are actually coming out of your heart and you're not just saying what you think people want to hear, including yourself. You're not just saying what you want to hear. You're saying what you actually mean, or you need to go through and figure out, why are my words not aligning with my head and with my heart? So, like I said, you change your words, you'll change your beliefs, you'll change your life. If you don't care enough to really change your words and what's coming out of your heart and your mind, not just what you're spewing out of your mouth, then I would question if the priorities that you're telling people are actually priorities. So, and again, guys, I'm preaching so hard to myself right now, not even to you. This is just something I found in my own devotions, and it's something I think we all can use a reality check while we're here on quarantine, because we are here by ourselves in our houses. All we have are our words and our goals, obviously our family around us. But this is the best time to take an inward look at ourselves and really realize, okay, or really ask yourself, what are my priorities? And what are the things that I'm faking just because I think people think I should be faking them? So have an awesome Tuesday, guys. I hope that helped, and I will talk to you guys later.